Okay, just tweeting and such. Gonna get the music flowing right now. Now. Oops. Oops. Okay, I think everything's fine, guys. I'll just make sure. Hopefully you can hear me fine. Wow, quite a few people stayed on the stream, that's good. And yeah, the only reason I... Wait, is that really bling? Sick, it is bling. Sup? Fucking modding that, son. I think it's bling. Why am I suddenly balding? Well, this is a haircut, but... Stress, man. Stress being a gamer. And I've been fighting with balding for years upon years. Ever since I was 2. I was born with a high forehead. Which sucks. They gotta deal with it. Gotta man up. That's why I picked Terran. Manly. Let's play some games, dudes. Get some games on the go. And tell the story of that picture. So, that picture. Yeah, that's a lady named Julia. It's also my desktop background. And after having it as my desktop background in the lair for like... must be somewhere around a year now. Like, I've had that picture as my desktop background for as long... It's been in my life, like, a good 5% of my life or something, you know? We've shared things together. Anyway, after having it and, like, it makes me laugh every time I log on, I just thought, I'll put it as my, like, offline picture, just so people can enjoy it as much as I do when I go offline. It's like, oh, Ben's offline. Hopefully, yeah, sad, but then you get happy again because you get to see that. So it's awesome. No, makes it better, Tango. If anything, I'm just like walking around and I'm just rearing to go every time. My main man, Marcus Eckliff, retweeted me. Frick yeah. It's better, man. It's called Monster. Why was Julia dressed like that? She wants to have a good time, I guess. You know, I heard wearing a nice belt is quite trendy these days. Nah, it was just a dress, and I think the picture's kind of like way worse than it was. I wasn't actually there, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's cool. What is a good opening for Silver Terran against Zerg? It's tough, man. Just do my openings. They're good in Grandmaster, why not Silver?
So don't miss out. Head to StubHub today. Choose your seats and see your favorite artists live.
Why do we hate each other? Well, we don't. At least I don't. There's no like bad feelings on my half. Ice 2Rex and... yeah. And yeah, it is funny because her hand looks like it belongs to Greg. So it looks like... yeah, it's a really funny picture. I am actually like searching for a game. So I'm not just like being random and silly right now. I'm actually searching. What did I last play? I played a guy this morning called Dark Sasuke, and after he lost like miserably, he was like, "You're bad," and just got really angry at me. It was really odd. Can I proxy Thor next game? No, this is not the beta. That stuff was good back in the beta, but like these days, that shit does not work. What is my favorite college football team? Don't really follow American football at all. Like, I don't even really know the rules. But it's not really like that fun for me. Anyway, we're going to do some questions at the start of the stream. So throw your questions at @DeMusliM on Twitter. Oh, bloody fly. And I'll do some answers for you. So the Panic Bot has my Twitter and my Facebook. If you don't use Twitter, follow me on Facebook or like me on Facebook. You can see that whenever I'm streaming or doing something cool. And vice versa, if you don't use Facebook and you use Twitter, follow me on that please, as I can tell you every time I stream and such. Anyway. Let's see. So everything's going cool. Am I getting some interactions? Okay, first question by DJ Helium. Or Helium, even. Do you play anything via Snoot when in EU? Any opinions on his play? I haven't really played Snoot in a while, I don't think. And if I have, he's been on a Smurf. I don't know if he Smurfs at all, but the last time I played him, he's obviously like decent, you know. He's obviously decent, just kind of erratic. Like his playstyle kind of reminds me of Sword Off's. Like it's not quite stable yet. It's very kind of like messy, but he's way more gimmicky than sort of. So yeah, when I say erratic, I mean like their control and stuff and macro is obviously decent. I just feel it's kind of like not that consistent as of yet. Feels like they're panicking too much when they play. They need to calm down a little bit, but a little gimmicky, yeah. That's what I'd say. Like it's obviously good, but not sure if it's like the best. It doesn't feel like super solid to me. It's like, yeah, it's obviously good. Just, is it? I can only go off what I've seen and what I played a long time ago, so I'll just go off what I've seen. It seems a bit like a loose cannon, which is good for StarCraft 2, like if you do loose cannon-y stuff all the time, but yeah, I need to play him quite a bit before I can like give a good read on what I feel about him. What's the best way to learn to use tanks, as I suck with them and find them hard to mix into my bioplay? Best thing for me, when I started using tanks, was I put everything in control group 1, and then tanks alone in 2. This meant that every time I was like, a fight, I just pressed 2 and then E for siege. It was pretty good. That question I will not answer. It's kind of weird. What are your outcomes and expectations for upcoming tournaments? Anything in store for fans? Ooh. Well, I hope to do well. That's always a big hope. I feel I'm in pretty good shape right now. I just had a week off gaming entirely. Went and spent it in LA. And had a like nice little break. I was playing a lot, I was streaming a lot, and sometimes, I'm not saying I was burnt out, but sometimes you can have too much StarCraft. I like to have a little rest, even if it's just a day or two, where I can then like think about StarCraft, think about all the things I love about StarCraft, and then do it again. Because quite often, if StarCraft's your job, like a lot of people kind of don't or fail to recognize this. Like, say if you're playing a game, why do you play a game? You play it because it's fun. A lot of things about pro gamer is you play a game, but what happens when you stop having fun with it and you choose to play another game? Well, you have to keep on playing that game sometimes, and that kind of feeling can really get the better of you. People can like turn angry, people can turn tired, people can turn lots of bad things. So being a pro gamer, that's one of the biggest things, like staying motivated. And for me, having a little break for just a couple of days or something is great. Like when I broke my arm a couple of times, and I had a break for like 4 months or something, or half a year, that my motivation was like through the roof, you know, it was really good. But yeah, it's a good question. DeMusliM, do you rest your wrists on the keyboard mouse pad while you play? And if not, is it normal if your palms are swollen? Having swollen palms is not normal, dude. Maybe you're resting them too heavily? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I wouldn't like to say, but that does not sound normal. Will you be playing in any leagues or tournaments soon? Or for the guy with the swollen palms, I really recommend exercising, like just daily stretches or wrist exercise or anything. So will I be playing any leagues or tournaments soon? The biggest tournament soon is MLG, I think. What is my favourite football team? Soccer. Good question. I don't really follow football that much, but it was Tottenham Hotspurs. My dad liked them, and we used to talk about them all the time. What is safest and overall strongest opening TVT? Also, is 1 Rex FE into 3 Rex Marauder Hellion a legit opener in TVZ? It is legit, but 1 Rex FE is like one of the safest openings in TVT, and strongest. I think that's my favourite. Do you have a good tutorial for beginner who want to really improve his skills, and do you have some tips for grouping units? I don't have a tutorial, no, but I would check out Apollo. Does some good stuff. As for tips for grouping units, if you can see how I group them, like I don't know if you mean like what to group with what. If you mean what to group with what, then just watch my stream. Like that'll help you out a bit. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna play some games, guys. Let's go. The only... Oh, the overlay? Should be working. I'm not in a game or anything as of yet. Now I'm in a game. The only good thing that can come from me saying my favourite football team... Like, in fact, nothing good can come from it. Because in the Premier League, there's like... I think it's 24 teams. Could be totally wrong with that. But if let's name one of them as my favourite, it's like I can make maybe 4% of people happy with that answer. The other 96%, well, they like a different team way more than mine. It's just like, ah! So I've learned my lesson. But I didn't really follow football that much anyway. There was like... I remember there was... How old was I? I'm trying to think of how old I was. Like 2006 and 2006. That was like the year where I followed the World Cup and was like, this thing is amazing, it is the best thing ever. And I mean, for me there was like nothing that rivaled the World Cup. I was in like France at the time, and France beat Brazil, and it was like the craziest shit ever. I was in France when England lost to Argentina, which sucked. Frickin' Owen's a boss. But yeah, I don't really follow football that much. Like I used to. Just I didn't really like a lot of the new players that cropped up. Football kind of, like in England at least, and football here, talking about soccer for you Americanos. Football for me kind of like turned into... It was like this really cool sport, and it turned into this kind of like thuggish sport. Like I know that's not really that true, but that's how I kind of felt about it. I just didn't enjoy it as much anymore. I hated how it like turned into let's dive, let's get a free kick here or a penalty here, or just piss off the other team way more than we should. Like that kind of thing, you know. It just was not my cup of tea.
Not enough minerals.
Now, can he fit through that? Oh, he can.
What's going on? In the rear, bandit. SCV ready. I can't build here. I can't build here. Good job.
Oh yeah, baby. He must be here or something.
Upgrade complete.
We'll walk around the map anyway. Oh, sugar.
Upgrade complete.
That was just to make his shields not regenerate as fast as they possibly could. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Ah, that's not good. Nikbutia. Okay, I'm probably dead at this point.
What's going on?
Oh, that's fast.
Additional supply depots required.
That I am dead, but I actually want to see what he has. I want to see if he just went for a straight up fall gate or not. We'll watch what happens. So yeah, I could have stayed on the high ground. I'm just thinking about like the position of my buildings and stuff. I didn't really like them. It made it very hard to hold that off, so. Okay, one thing I want to talk about here. He's definitely going for 4 gate here. And this is the closest position you can possibly get, like, on most maps. If you look how close the thirds are. So he's going to chrono boost this shit out very quickly and 4 gate me. Or 3 gate, I guess. In a 4 gate? So it's a 3 gate build, but it's purely because he chrono boosted that out so fast. So I'm in a world of shit. One of the things is in tournaments, these positions never happen. So these units would not get to me half as quickly as they would like in this game. So, you know, going for a ladder win, going for a tournament win. If he wants to go for a ladder win, by all means, go for a ladder win. Does this prove he's a better player? No. Does it prove he won this game? Yes, it does. But what does he gain from this? Not much at all. He just knows he can 3-gate me if these positions ever happen in a tournament, which they never happen in a tournament. So you can take that game with like a pinch of salt and just be like, okay, if it was something like he spawned cross map and I lost that, I'd be like, okay, there's something I need to review with my strategy. Something needs to be changed. Fortunately for me, it doesn't. Like, I know my strategy's good, and I don't really need to change anything. As of yet. If I lost, as I said, if I lost that in like sensible positions, then it could be bad. Good night, Force Water.
ESPN Unite wants to know, which college football coach would win a cage match with a grizzly? Or what's worse, doing the Walk of Shame in Ann Arbor in December, or playing real Wolverines in football? What pop songs would make good pep talks? Which coaches look like cats? If you ever think about that, then...
Got a good brain.
And you just might like Unite.
It's a new show. Oh, yeah.
ESPN Unite, a new show about sports and stuff. Weeknights at midnight Eastern on ESPN.
Hmm. Ba da da. In fact, I'm just looking through the forums quickly, like seeing, because I've missed a little bit of gaming, obviously. So it's going to be Tasha against Life and Rain against MVP. Wow, Life's done well. Done really well, actually. When does that start? Gonna be some pretty sick games there. If you're, oh, I just found a game, so it's TVT. But if you're in the mood for like a little bit of a giggle,
Not enough minerals.
go to Reddit.
Not enough minerals.
You can check out the first news, or top news, so StarCraft Reddit. Should be pretty funny.
Not enough
Somebody composed something, which
Not enough minerals.
kind of hilarious.
You scared me. SCV ready. Sure. Big job, huh?
Now who's Daya? I think it's, I'm not sure if it's someone famous or not.
Not
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Big job, huh? Battery, huh?
Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals.
Go
So
ahead.
what am I doing?
Minerals. Not
Not sure
enough
yet.
minerals.
SCV
Okay,
ready.
let's scout.
What's going on? Big job.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
So in TVT, like,
SCV ready.
your initial build is just your initial build. Like, you can't do this based on what you see, as you're not going to see anything in time, and if you wait to see something, then you're going to be really far behind, so you just have to do.
What's going
A
on?
lot of choices that you're going to make in TVT in general are just that, they're just choices. They're not based on anything, they're based on what you like to do and what you want to do. One of the biggest things I've learned in this matchup is being decisive is really the key. If you wait to react, as long as he does one thing that does damage, he's going to do damage. So with that in mind, and by that I mean, say if you know or say if you think he's going to drop, but you don't know for sure, and then you take damage from something else that happened, like that's not good. Do you know what I mean? It's obviously not good. Okay, let's see if he's got a gas. Oh, so he went. So this guy, he went gas first.
to your desk.
Now, what does this mean? Means that he can do a couple of things. Means he can either go for like really fast Banshee, which is what I'm going to put him on for now. In fact, am I? Normally you make the Banshee from the barracks. You'll make attack lab and stuff, and that looks a bit out of position to me. Okay, so he didn't see much, he just knows where I've spawned, which is good news. Okay, put the...
Not enough minerals.
So, given that I don't know if it's going to be Hellions coming out or whatever, I put the SCV production on hold a little bit, just so I can get out those 2 Hellions pretty damn fast. Okay, with this in mind, this is where it gets a bit like, do I really want to be moving out now, kind of thing? But as long as I go for map control here, then we're going to know what he's doing in return. We'll see things on the way to our base and stuff, we'll kind of move up this ramp. Okay, nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet, see what it is. Okay, so it is Cloak Banshee.
Not enough minerals.
Now, that's definitely something that's worth knowing.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, so he is on the way to my base.
Not enough. Upgrade complete.
Okay, so already got Cloak.
Minerals.
Putting up this turret, so this will be done in time.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
So that Cloak Banshee opening was shut down relatively hard so far. Obviously that isn't the end of the game by any means.
Not enough additional
Just a
supply
small
depots
section of it.
required. Additional supply depots required.
What's going on? Huh?
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Liar.
Additional. Not enough minerals. Not enough. Not enough minerals.
Oh. Well, okay.
Order acknowledged.
Liar.
What's going on?
Liar.
Armed for dust off. SCV ready. Gateway coming through. I'm SCV ready. This better be good.
Talk to me.
Insufficient rescue. Not enough energy. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Research complete. Additional supply depots required. Upgrade.
Okay, so we're hitting the upgrades that we want to hit.
Additional
is
supply
plus
depots
1-1.
required.
We also need more depots.
Ready for service. Scanning. Stay on.
Talk to me. Where's the emergency?
Add-on complete. Upgrade.
SCV ready.
Insufficient.
Can't build here. Go, go, go.
Ready.
Ready for dust off. Talk.
Ready for service.
Where's the emergency?
SCV ready.
We still don't even know what tech he's got actually, which is pretty big. Oh yeah, we do. Of course we do. Oh, bugger.
Research complete.
Gateway coming through. Want some?
Waiting. Scanning. Stay.
Not enough minerals.
Waiting. Stay on. Scanning.
By the couple piece of me, boy.
DA?
Here you have your ready for service.
Give us your best shot. This one gateway coming through.
Command. Right away. Understood.
Been waiting on you. This better be good. You gonna get by the
Your forces are under attack.
Go ahead. Want a piece of me, boy.
Mineral field depleted.
Been waiting on you. Go, go, go. You gonna give me orders? Want a piece of me, boy. Aye, aye. What's our target, please? Got no patience. Shit around. This better be good.
Ready for dust off.
Okay, so he took a few risks,
Upgrade
which
complete.
are now paying off in dividends.
By the numbers. Gateway coming through.
Mineral field.
Want some?
Base is under attack.
System.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Just don't abuse the chat too much, okay guys?
Want some? Been waiting on you. This better be good.
That's very annoying.
Mineral field.
Big job. Gateway coming through.
System required.
Oh wow.
Add-on complete.
Let's go. Confirm.
Been waiting on you.
Ready for dust off.
Armed and ready. What's going on? In the ring.
You're welcome, dudes.
Coming.
Bad news? You want a piece of me, boy?
Okay. This is where things get cool.
Waiting on you.
Oh my god, no they don't. They get really bad. They get really bad.
By the numbers, boys. This better be good. What's that? Been waiting.
Our SCV is under
What's that?
attack. Base is under attack.
Wow, he owned me this game. So yeah, that game didn't go very well. For a couple of reasons. I let him get his third way faster than me, which we'll talk about in the replay soon. 1 second. So, he's a non-talker. He's kind of okay, I guess. A lot of APM. I'm sure Dire's someone famous, but I don't know who. D-I-A-R. I got a feeling it's someone like Major, but I could be very wrong. Anyway, he went for Cloak Banshee, which we shut down. We had an extra base up. Stunted my SCV growth a little bit just because I didn't make that many. Should have kept making more. And he goes for triple expand with the Banshee. And I went for this like big two basically push and didn't do any damage and could have pushed him now and won the game. So yeah, that's why I lost, because this base has been up for a long time. And yeah, I went for like extra buildings, whereas he's had this for like a very, very long time. So despite me having like a bigger army, he's got the position that he wants, and he's had like the expo for as long as he wants, which just puts me at a loss in both ways. Like sure, I'm ahead on upgrades, but then I tried to play too aggressive, which I couldn't do. And one of the things that just happens from this point on is I get behind in tanks, given that he's had like the ability to mine from 3 bases much earlier than I have. So I'm getting plus 3/3 at this point, but I just tried to play way more aggressive than I should have. I didn't need to play aggressive, but I did anyway. Like this double drop would have done enough damage without me actually playing like a plonker. So if we look, I tried to run by his army, and I left not enough behind at all. I'm not producing marines at this point. I'm not macroing very good, and he at this point kind of knew what was going to happen. Could even be beastie actually. Feels a bit beastie-esque. Yeah, those got blown up to smithereens while taking big tanks in the face. So yeah, like this drop was already doing enough damage, you know. It wasn't as if I needed to waste everything too. But that's what I did. I could have even let like I tried to bring my tanks with me in the middle. Pulse Maker. So we're against Maker from the new team Pulse, which, as everybody's already stated, it's a very, very likable team. If people are going to take what I said just seriously,
Not enough minerals.
I'll tell you now, it's kind of sarcastic.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
I don't really have many problems with, like, many of their players, just Jekko. But yeah, most of their players are actually, like, very rude and bad-mannered,
Not enough minerals.
which is just kind of... Like, I'm not going to slate them all at all, just... When it comes to the game, you know, you have some people that rage, some people that don't rage. It just so happens that every one of their players has the ability to be a little PM. Except Maker, actually. I haven't really heard him be annoying at all. But yeah, I'm fine with, like, even though I'm saying this, I'm actually fine with most of them. I just know, like, a lot of people do actually have problems with a lot of the players on the team, so, you know, I'm not saying it as, like, a personal way to get at them. I'm actually fine with most of them.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not
SCV ready. What's going? Huh? Huh? What? SCV ready. What's going? Bad news.
Yeah, if he was close positions like this would suck. Like, I've got a pretty good build for it, but still, it's not the coolest thing in the world. You don't want to practice it.
SCV ready. Armed and ready. What's going on? You scared me.
insufficient rescue gas.
Okay, so he did go gas first.
Upgrade complete.
Similar situation to last game.
What's going on?
My opponent's gone for gas first and I haven't.
SCVs are under attack.
We'll take lab, so yeah, it does look like he is going for a Banshee. Unless he threw down that too, just to confuse me a little bit.
This better be good. SCV ready. Will do. Been waiting. Huh? By the... Go ahead. SCV ready.
Not
SCV ready.
add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Been waiting now. SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
This better.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
We're gonna scout a little bit. Okay, so he did trick me with Tech Lab. Or rather, he wanted me to see that, so I could do something else.
Not enough minerals.
Oh, okay.
You gonna give me orders?
A little scan.
This better be ready to play.
some risks, Sonny Jim.
Not enough minerals.
Has Huck ever considered streaming? Most likely. I think it was stupid not to consider it, but I honestly don't know what's up with that boy. We don't, like, I don't really talk to him. He's off in Korea. Very different sleep schedules and stuff, and just...
Add-on. Not enough.
Yeah, what he chooses to do is what he chooses to do. As for his streaming schedules and stuff, I know equal amount to you guys.
Add-on complete. Additional. Additional. Not enough. Upgrade complete. Not enough. Not enough.
SCV ready. We'll butterfly this here. SCV ready. Who wants SCV ready? Arm, it's go time.
Not enough.
This better be by the numbers. Been waiting. Gangway.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Oh, it's off. Okay. What's going on? I'm waiting on it.
Not enough.
And remember, he had a lot of Hellions.
Big job, huh? SCV ready. SCV ready.
Research complete.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Research complete.
SCV ready. Let's have a blast. SCV ready. Huh? Go ahead. Spade. SCV. Ready to plunder. SCV ready.
Not enough.
Ready to plunder.
Add-on.
This guy definitely plays like Major.
Add.
Whether it is him or not is
Not enough.
a different
minerals.
story entirely, but definitely feels
Let's get into the
Major-esque, so...
in the rear. We right here. SCV ready.
Okay, I need combat shields too.
Insufficient rescue gas. Not enough energy.
Ready for war. This better be good. Fight or flight. Ready? Yeah, right. SCV ready. SCV ready. Go ahead.
Okay, so as you can see, he's kind of mounting up like a little air army,
SCV ready.
Visit volunteerfirefighter.org.
which is scary.
Become a volunteer emergency
Definitely is scary.
Research insufficient rescue gas. Not enough energy.
Made. Been waiting on it. Armed, and this better be good.
Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go. Let's have a blast.
Research complete.
We could use some help here. More is here. Ready to plunder. This better be good.
Add-on complete. All SCVs under attack. Add-on.
Ready to plunder. Big job.
Upgrade complete.
Can't give him air control. That's one of the big things.
Ready to plunder.
Not enough minerals.
Okay. So you managed to get all the way around there without me seeing. It's a huge, huge mistake.
Complete.
So give it this position. Oh, fuck it. Let's just go. Gonna lose everything here. Just let him get into such a good position that it's just so dumb to let that happen. Like, really dumb.
Mineral base is under attack. Not enough minerals.
This better be good. Been waiting on ready.
Not enough minerals.
Want some?
Oh, it's on.
SCV ready. Bet. Armed and ready. Right. You gonna give me orders?
Upgrade. Not enough minerals.
You gonna give me SCV ready. Gangway. Coming through.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready. Keep your shirt on. SCV ready. This better be good. Been waiting. Been waiting on. Wanna be.
Not enough mineral field. Not enough minerals.
This better be good. Big want some. Got it.
Our SCVs under mineral field depleted.
Orders? Yeah. What's going
Not
on?
mineral field. Upgrade complete.
Oh, it's on. Let's go in here.
You gonna give me drink fighter?
Not enough.
This better be good. SCV ready.
Kaboom, baby!
This better be good. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Not enough.
Armed and ready. better. You gonna get by the numbers.
Add-on complete.
Been waiting on. By the numbers.
Where?
By the numbers.
Upgrade complete.
Ready.
Been waiting on. Been waiting. Who wants something? By the this better be good. Go, go, go. Wanna be. And more. Anyway. Coming through.
Mineral field.
It's on. You gonna get. This better be good. In the rear with the gear.
Upgrade complete. Base. Mineral field completed.
By the number.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Bad news. Go. Big shot. What's going on? Ready to wonder. Yes, Commander. Ah! You scared me.
Not enough energy.
Oh, really? You ready to go?
Ready for dust off. Talk to me. Light?
Mineral field depleted.
Yo. Yes, Commander. Ready to blunder. Affirmative. All about that. What is it? Paid for. Armed and
Mineral field depleted.
been waiting on you. What is it? You gonna give me orders? This better be. Don't make me happy. Who wants some? By the number. Well? Been waiting on you.
Add-on complete.
Oh, I have a BMer. Let's turn that shit off.
Upgrade complete.
Go on. Gangway. Coming through. Got him. Who wants some? Get heavy.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Research.
Been waiting. Ready to blunder.
See, I know it's not all of you guys, it's just the ones that it is, I can't
Research.
allow that stuff on the stream.
Oh, it's on. Yes, Commander. Let's have a blast. I'm in a world of hurt. Orders. Don't leave.
Mineral field upgrade complete. Add-on
Oh, this is
complete.
gonna be a fun battle.
Mineral field depleted.
Ready.
Armed and
Light?
this better be good.
Talk?
You gonna give me orders?
Mineral field depleted.
What is it?
large chunk of it dead.
Base is under attack.
It's on.
Wait.
State your request.
Light flight's here. On my
That's okay.
Our SCVs are under attack.
ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
You ready for
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, darn.
Base is under attack. Mineral field.
SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Roger. Bad news. Ben, just armed and ready. Take your save the world, baby.
Ready for service. Beginning combat. State
Holy cow. It's turning into a good game.
Oh, it's on. Got a whole lot of gangway coming through.
Put the music back on. Between those boring
Mineral
bits.
field depleted.
What's going on?
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Go ahead, baby. Get heavy.
Not enough minerals.
awaiting orders.
Ready to rear with the gear. This better be good.
Mineral field depleted.
Been waiting on it.
Ready.
You scared me. Armed and ready. Go on. Save the world. Ready to work. Ready to work. Transformation system prime.
Let's go for the kill.
Been waiting on.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Complete.
This better be. You gonna get your order here?
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Go ahead. Gangway coming. Let's have a blast. Got it.
GG. Wow, that was a close game. That was a good game of TVT. So it could be major. Would make sense if it played just like major. So I'm just going to go to the bathroom quickly. That was a long game. Hello, hello, hello. One sec, guys. Do you want to watch that replay? I'll give you some time to say hey, yes. Yes, replay, not really. Yes, replay, not really. You beat him badly? I didn't really beat him badly. He was kind of ahead a lot of that game. No. You want to watch that walk again? Cool. Well, first of all, I'm just going to read some stuff on Reddit quickly, because it looks funny.
Vote in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Green Car election and you could win $50,000, $1,000, or one of many instant win prizes being given away through November 6th. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. No purchase necessary. See O'ReillyAuto.com for official rules and full details. We're O'Reilly Auto Parts and we approve this message.
So I'm just reading. Got some... Oh. Okay. I'm gonna show the... I'm gonna play some more games. Fuck it. Okay, time to go. Time to play. Because that game was kind of like... Well, it started off with me not really knowing he was going mech until he was pushing me, which is a bit of an error, but... Or I knew he was going mech, but... He went fast gas, showed a tech lab, then he actually went a reactor, then I'm guessing he took 2 bases. In fact, screw it, I'm gonna watch the replay, because I don't even know what he did. But I just know it was a pretty good game. Just gonna... So yeah, when he went this tech lab, did he cancel it? No, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course he did bring out a Banshee, but he had a reactor here. Command center. Factory. Yeah, screw it, let's watch it. Because it was kind of an unusual game. Turned into an unusual TVT at least. By unusual I mean like obviously BCs were used, which not an everyday sort of unit. Have that tab open. Now... I don't know what make or Major's hotkeys are, but 5 orbital 6 is all types of buildings, it looks like. So I stop throwing down my... We get our naturals different times, mine's a bit faster than his. This guy does a little bit of damage, kills 5 workers, which is about what you want to do with a Banshee. Goes for mech. I start making my 3rd really early. So at this point, despite being behind a few SCVs, which is kind of sucky, it's because of that Banshee, I'm going to be ahead soon. Good build is good. Got my 3rd up, he's just starting his 3rd. So if you remember the game before this that I showed on Entone Valley, like one of the same things happened. I decided to put up my 3rd much later than he did, but given it's cross-map, you might as well do this, because you can get away with it. So yeah, my harvest count now is like overtaking him pretty hard. Upgrade-wise, I'm getting 2-2, he's just getting +1. He's kind of going for a timing mech attack, it looks like. As soon as he hits like +1 on the mech, he goes for it, pretty much. He's a Raven with full energy, he's getting Vikings, he's getting everything he can possibly get. So he has air control since he has this abnormal amount of Vikings, and he runs around the map. This is a really big deal. So I don't see this happen, and this is huge, and then I'm like, I'm out of position completely. I try and take the fight, because I'm like, screw this, I'll take this fight. Because at this point I thought I lost the game. I take that fight and I lose absolutely everything. Do a bit of damage actually, this is quite a chunk. The only advantage I have at this moment in time is my upgrades. So these little marine drops actually did quite a bit. I felt... Oh, okay, supply-wise, I'm 75 to his 156. Obviously really terrible shape for me to be in. This hero Marauder deals with 3 tanks. Then he's producing like 5 Vikings at a time. He's put up his 4th. I have my 4th over there now, which was my 5th. I got caught way off guard. As mech, that can't be allowed to happen. Then he's throwing up like 3 CCs at a time, so he really should not have lost this game. It's the income tab. It's got a lot of income too. Then he tries to harass me even more. This is major, by the way, I'm pretty sure. If it's Maker, I'm a little surprised. Lots and lots of Vikings he has. I haven't yet started my mass Viking production yet. I'm just trying to get up a good enough army to survive. Try and force little fights here and there. Took out quite a few Hellions, which is good. The Hellions are the meat. They're the cannon fodder. The next fight that happens actually goes pretty well for me. So I fight him from a few sides. These tanks do die. Everything dies, in fact, and this is the fight where the game has immediately turned around, and that's what can happen as mech. It wasn't as if that was a really terrible fight from him, it just wasn't a good fight, and with mech you need to have those good fights. Here's where I just split off my army, and so we can't really do much. Like, these Vikings do eventually land over here, but he loses quite a few of them. I'm getting BCs in the meantime. So you have 3/3 Marauders, obviously deal with them very easily. Need to start landing a little bit, loses even more. And look, the unit loss tab. All of a sudden it's massively in favor for me, which is cool. Like, that's how you turn around a game. You wait for your opponent to make mistakes, especially if he's mech. Like, mech, it's hard to make him make mistakes, I guess, but it's the only way you're going to win. You have to try and push that, you have to try and take fights that you know you can win, etc, etc. So I'm getting armor upgrades for my air rather than attack. I think it's better. I survive better against balls and such. Take out one base, that's one base down. Start running up here, taking out another one. And what I'm doing here, even though this army is going to die, I just want to replace it with a lot more anti-air. So look, does the damage, kills all those SCVs, unit loss tab, still way behind me. Despite having a lot of bases and such, I still feel in pretty good shape. Because now, like, my SCV count's higher than his, which is good. Or, it's not the best, because he has a lot of stuff, but here's where I can just start trickling him down. I see where he's going, I start running over here. This is a drop that does a lot of damage. If you look at his mech upgrades, they are +2. My buy's obviously 3/3. Resources lost, he's way behind me at this point. It's just Yamato fun. Having a lot of fun here. Bit of fun here. I should have probably landed these over there somewhere. Obviously these Hellions do quite a bit of damage, which is annoying. This little push does quite a bit of damage too. So the game's getting a little bit closer at this point. Like, he's mining quite a bit more than me, but I've obviously ruined him quite a bit. Take out that push. It's done, it's dealt with. And then he reveals to me what his strategy is, and it's just to reclaim air control. Then I'm producing 7 Vikings at a time. And he's getting armor upgrades now, I'm getting attack upgrades. So it's a lot of switcheroo. The young lady who recently told me she loved me on my Facebook page recently just messaged me on Twitter too. Cool stuff. Be a pro gamer, dudes. It's fun stuff. Okay, so VC's obviously killing everything. Vikings killing everything in the air. I just got bio, gonna win that game. Resources lost 56k compared to my 40k. It was just a nice, decent game. Good game. I'll get over you. Okay, we're going to search another game. checking out Instagrams. Okay, searching now. Wishful thinking. I'll get over you. Just checking out my Facebook fan page and stuff, which is EG.DeMusliM UK. Okay, Pulse Maker again. So it's most likely that Major is stream sniping me. But it's not because we're enemies, it's because we're friends and it's good games. And knowing Major, I'm guessing it's going to be a proxy.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Man the rear. What's going on? What's go? SCV ready. Man the rear with big job. Huh? Big job. Huh? Bad SCV ready. What's going on? Huh? Man, what's going on?
Additional supply depots required.
Big job. SCV ready. Bad news. Go ahead. In the rear with the gig. This job ready. Go ahead. Bad news. Go ahead.
One's funny. One being Major.
Bad news. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Big job. Huh? What's going on?
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
In. Huh? Big. Bad SCV ready. Huh? Big. What's in the rear?
Obviously it's going to be a late scout, but
SCV ready. Bad. Huh? Big job. SCV ready. Huh? Big.
Our SCVs are under attack.
okay, 1 Rex CC against my build.
Our SCVs
That's
are
good for
under
me.
attack.
What's up?
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Oh, he's just angry. I did not mean to make him this angry.
This better be good. Gangway, coming through. Been waiting. You armed and ready.
Okay, at this point this is risky what I'm doing. I'm hoping that he hasn't made a bunker. Doesn't put me too far behind at all, but it's obviously a little investment.
Been waiting on you. Want some? This better be good.
Okay, so he has made a bunker.
SCV ready. Been waiting. Go ahead. Go. SCV ready. I feel you. Keep your shirt on, Sparky. Let's go. SCV ready. Go, go, go.
Insufficient rescue.
Oh wow.
Big job, we could use some help here.
Add-on complete.
You gonna give me your... Been waiting.
Just going back again.
Ben? Big job. SCV ready. Want a piece of me, boy? Bad news. Who won?
Not enough energy.
SCV.
Upgrade complete.
Been waiting. Go ahead. By the SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
This better be good.
Add-on. Base is under attack.
Ready. We hear you. By the numbers. Who wants some?
There you go, that fuck thing.
Not enough minerals.
Your time, boy. This better be. SCV ready. I can't build here. Gateway coming through. Go, go, go.
Not enough energy.
Armed and ready. Big job. This better be
Additional
good.
supply depots required.
Gateway.
Add-on complete. Research. Not enough.
In the rear.
Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Okay, I'm gonna leave like 4 Marines behind over there.
Upgrade complete.
Been waiting.
Upgrade complete.
Ready for dust off.
This better be.
Not enough minerals.
Ready.
This better be good. Armed and ready. Go, go, go! Armed and ready. Who wants some? You gonna give me orders? SCV ready. This better be good.
Oh, sugar.
Not enough minerals.
This better. Who wants some, boy? This better.
Ready.
Research.
Gangway. Coming through. Let's have it. Go, go, go!
Not enough minerals.
Been waiting on you. Want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
You gonna give me orders? Oh, it's on. In the rear with the gear. It's about to get heavy.
Ready for dust off.
Don't make me.
Not enough minerals.
Armed and ready. Let's have a blast.
Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
Does that guy have an armor upgrade? Or was I just
Upgrade
seeing?
complete.
This big who wants some? Now, this better be good. Baby. We could use some help here.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Some help here. This better be good. You want a piece of me, boy?
Insufficient Vespene gas.
We can use some help here. Get heavy. Huh? Uh-huh. Big job, huh?
Ready for dust off.
Armed and ready.
Where's ready for dust off?
Go, go, go! You gonna give me orders?
Insufficient. Not enough minerals.
This better be. You gonna give me orders? Armed and ready. Want a piece of me, boy?
Ready for dust off.
Been waiting.
Light flight here. Ready for dust off.
Want some?
Waiting on you.
Transformation systems prime.
Mineral field.
Orders?
Acknowledged.
Baby! I'm on it. Armed and ready. Uh-huh. About to get heavy. I can't build here. This better be good. Big crew wants some. It's on. We can use this.
Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Mineral field completed. Not enough in attack. Mineral field completed.
Now what?
Our SCVs are under attack. Add-on.
It's on. It's armed and ready. Boom, baby!
Base is under attack.
Where life flight here.
So I got beat. That wasn't that fun. That push is very hard to stop when I lose so much earlier on in the game. So yeah, I was never ahead that game. That initial Banshee rush with Cloak definitely put me behind. And then when I think about what happened elsewhere, that was just it. Yeah guys, I'm actually going to take a break. Feeling kind of warm. Might take my time to just relax a little bit and then play again later. But I hope you enjoyed the stream today. I will be back streaming more frequently. I was just away for literally 4 days or so I didn't stream during those days. But yeah, I'm back now, so we'll be streaming. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want anything else in my streams, just tell me and I will do it, or I'll see if I can do it. But until then, guys, just have fun, enjoy yourselves, take care. I'm going to go relax a little bit. So, in the meantime, check out our sponsors, our webpage, evilgeniuses.net. Title sponsor is Raycall. It's a nice free-to-talk program, and that's the main thing. It's free to talk, or free to download, free to use and such, so test it out. Our other sponsors, Intel, Monster, SteelSeries, Kingston, you name it, Beyond Gaming. We got them all. Go check them out. Go send them your love over Twitter. Go say like, I love you guys for supporting EG.DeMusliM or anything like that. It's all good. So yeah, take care. Gonna run some commercials. If you could stick around for me while I do that, I'd really appreciate it. Just gonna run like 3 or 4. But yeah, take care, guys. Go slow.